Welcome, dear traveler, to a journey into the heart of ancient Japan. Tonight, we will not merely listen to stories. We will walk through the misty valleys, climb the sacred mountains, and drift upon the quiet seas where the kami, the divine spirits, dwell. This is a journey through Japanese mythology, a tradition rich with the reverence for nature, the interconnectedness of all life, and the profound beauty found in stillness. As you prepare for sleep, allow your body to become heavy. Feel the gentle pull of gravity anchoring you to your bed. Release any tension from your shoulders, your jaw, and your hands. Your breath is your companion tonight. With each inhale, draw in the crisp, clean air of an ancient Japanese forest. With each exhale, release any lingering worries, any remaining thoughts of the day, allowing them to drift away like cherry blossoms on a gentle stream. My voice will be your guide, a constant, soft hum, like the distant murmur of waves on a distant shore. We will explore the origins of the world, the birth of the gods, the tales of heroes and spirits, and the delicate balance between the visible and invisible realms. Each chapter is designed to unfold slowly, painting vivid pictures in your mind, then gently dissolving them as you drift into deeper rest. You will hear a subtle chime indicating our transition to a new landscape of myth. There is no need to stay awake for the end. The journey itself is the pathway to your dreams. Close your eyes now. The world outside is fading. The bamboo groves whisper their ancient secrets. The sacred gates are opening. We are stepping into the timeless realm of the kami.
Chapter 1. The Floating Bridge of Heaven. Before the mountains, before the oceans, before even the concept of earth existed, there was only the vast, silent void. From this swirling, primordial chaos, the first kami came into being. They were ethereal, formless deities born from the spontaneous generation of the universe itself. The earliest generations of these Kotoma Amatsu kami, the heavenly separating deities, were pure spirit, existing only in the highest heavens, observing the unformed world below. One day, the heavenly deities gathered. They looked down upon the formless mass that lay beneath the heavens, a swirling, oily chaos like thick, muddy water. This was Ame no Ukihashi, the floating bridge of heaven. They knew that order must be brought to this swirling potential. From their sacred gathering, two new kami were called forth, Izanagi, the male who invites, and Izanami, the female who invites. They were the divine couple, destined to give form to the formless. The heavenly kami presented Izanagi and Izanami with a sacred spear, a jewel-encrusted naginata called Ame no Nuboko, the heavenly jeweled spear. They were given a divine command: go forth and make firm the drifting land. Imagine Izanagi, strong and resolute, standing upon the floating bridge of heaven. He held the jeweled spear in his hand, its tip glowing with divine energy. Beside him stood Izanami, elegant and graceful, her gaze fixed on the chaos below. Izanagi reached out, holding the heavenly jeweled spear over the swirling primordial ocean. He began to stir the murky depths, slowly, rhythmically. The sound of the spear cutting through the chaos was like a gentle, hypnotic hum, echoing through the vast emptiness. Swirl, stir, gather. He churned the waters for a long, long time, feeling the resistance of the unformed world. As he lifted the spear from the depths, a single glistening drop of salty brine dripped from its tip. This drop, imbued with the divine energy of the spear and the potential of the cosmic ocean, solidified as it fell. It grew and expanded, forming the very first island, Onogoro Shima, the self-forming island. Imagine this island now, a perfect emerald emerging from the mist, floating serenely on the quiet, formless sea. Izanagi and Izanami descended from the floating bridge of heaven, their feet touching the solid ground of Onogoro Shima for the very first time. This island became their sacred home, the center of their new world. It was a pristine land, untouched by any living thing, waiting for their divine touch to bring forth life. They built a sacred pillar on the island, a heavenly pillar, and around it they constructed a grand palace. This pillar was the axis of their world, connecting the heavens to the earth. They walked around this pillar, initiating the sacred ritual of creation. Izanagi walked one way, and Izanami walked the other. When they met, they performed a divine greeting, sealing their union. From this sacred union, their first children were born, but their initial creations were imperfect, like the leeches of the sea, formless and weak. They placed these imperfect children into a boat of reeds and cast them into the sea, allowing the currents to carry them away. They returned to the heavens, seeking guidance from the elder kami. The heavenly kami revealed their mistake. It was Izanami, the female, who had spoken first during their greeting, disrupting the proper order of creation. Returning to Onogoro Shima, they repeated the ritual, this time with Izanagi speaking first. And from this renewed, perfectly ordered union, the true creation began. The land of Japan, as we know it, began to take form. From their divine essence, island after island emerged: Kyushu, Shikoku, Honshu, Hokkaido, and countless others. They became the Oeyashima, the 8 great islands, the very foundations of the earthly realm. As the islands formed, imagine the sound of the earth settling, the gentle lapping of the newly formed oceans against the fresh shores, the scent of new soil and untouched forests. This was the birth of a vibrant world brought forth by the divine will of 2 beings. Feel the stability of these islands now beneath you. The earth is firm. The chaos has receded. You are cradled in the very first breath of Japan. The floating bridge of heaven still shimmers above. It is a reminder that the world we inhabit is connected to the divine realms, and that even from chaos, order and beauty can emerge through patience and sacred intent. Drift now upon the waters of creation. You are part of this ancient landscape, a silent witness to the dawn of a spiritual land.
Chapter 2: The Birth of the Kami and the Descent into Yomi. The islands of Japan have been formed, and the world is vibrant with the first light of existence. Izanagi and Izanami, the divine couple, now turn their attention to populating this new land with the spirits of nature, the kami. As you lie in your bed, imagine the air becoming richer, filled with the essence of life. Every tree, every stone, every waterfall, and every mountain is born with a soul. From their union, the gods of the wind were born, filling the valleys with the first breath of air. The gods of the sea were born, giving the oceans their tides and their depths. The gods of the trees and the mountains arose, cloaking the islands in emerald and stone. The world was a symphony of growing things. But creation is a fire that can sometimes burn. When Izanami gave birth to the kami of fire,
Kagutsuchi, the heat was too great for her divine form. She fell ill, and for the first time in the history of the universe, a deity passed away. Izanami descended into Yomi no Kuni, the land of the dead. This is not a place of punishment, but a place of shadow and eternal twilight. Imagine Izanagi left alone in the world of light. His grief was as vast as the ocean he had churned. He could not accept the silence where her voice used to be. Driven by a love that defied the laws of the cosmos, he decided to follow her into the darkness. Imagine the descent. Izanagi walks down a long, winding path into the earth. The light of the sun fades behind him, replaced by a cool, damp mist. The air becomes heavy and silent. There is no wind here, no bird song, no rustle of leaves, only the sound of his own footsteps on the cold stone. Step, echo, step. He reaches the gates of the palace of Yomi and finds Izanami standing in the shadows. He pleads her to return. "The lands we created are not yet finished," he whispers. "Come back to the world of light." Izanami answers him with a voice that sounds like the rustle of dry leaves. She tells him that she has already tasted the food of the underworld, and her essence is now part of the shadow. But, seeing his grief, she promises to ask the resident deities of Yomi for permission to leave. She asks him of only one thing: "Do not look at me while I prepare." Izanagi waits. The silence of Yomi is a physical wait. Minutes turn into hours, and hours turn into days. The darkness is thick and velvety, pressing against his skin. Eventually, his patience breaks. He lights a single tooth of his comb to act as a torch and steps into the chamber. But the woman he sees is no longer the beautiful goddess of creation. She has been transformed by the decay of the underworld. In fear, Izanagi flees. He runs back up the long, dark path, pursued by the hags of Yomi and the spirits of the lightning. He reaches the entrance to the world of light and rolls a massive boulder over the mouth of the cavern, forever separating the living from the dead. This boulder is the Chibiki Gaeshi, the rock that keeps the shadows at bay. From behind the stone, Izanami speaks her final curse: "Every day I will take 1,000 lives from your world." Izanagi, standing in the sun, replies, "Then every day I will give birth to 1,500. Exhausted and covered in the dust of the underworld, Izanagi travels to a clear, cold river to perform the ritual of misogi, purification. As you lie there, imagine you are standing in that river with him. The water is crystalline and freezing. As Izanagi washes his left eye, the sun goddess Amaterasu is born. As he washes his right eye, the moon god Tsukuyomi is born. And as he washes his nose, the storm god Susanoo arises. The darkness of Yomi is washed away by the rushing water. The heaviness of the descent is replaced by a feeling of absolute purity. Imagine the water flowing over your own body, carrying away the shadows of your day. You are clean. You are renewed. The world of light has returned, but it is now balanced by the quiet wisdom of the shadows. The sun is rising, and the moon is waiting. You are safe in the arms of the morning.
Chapter 3. The Cave of Heaven, Amaterasu, and the Bringing of the Light. We have emerged from the waters of purification, and the sun has been born. But even the sun can be wounded. We move now into the tale of the Amano Iwato, the heavenly rock cave. This is a story of what happens when the light retreats, and how we find the courage to bring it back. As you lie in your bed, Imagine the world around you becoming very, very dark. Not a scary darkness, but the soft velvet darkness of a world where the sun has gone to sleep. Amaterasu, the goddess of the sun, is the most radiant of all the kami. Her light is what makes the rice grow and the flowers bloom. But her brother, Susanoo, the storm god, is wild and unpredictable. In a fit of celestial rage, he rampaged through her sacred weaving halls and destroyed her quiet gardens. Heartbroken and tired of the chaos, Amaterasu did something no one expected. She retreated into a deep cave and pulled a massive stone door shut behind her. Instantly, the world plunged into eternal night. The warmth left the air, the birds stopped singing. The spirits of the earth began to wander in the shadows, confused and cold. Imagine the silence of that world. It is a heavy, frozen silence. The gods gathered in the dry riverbed of heaven, thousands of them, whispering in the dark. They knew that they could not force the sun to come out. You cannot force the light. You must invite it. They tried everything. They brought the cocks that crow at dawn, hoping their voices would trick her into thinking the sun had risen. Cock-a-doodle-doo! The sound echoed against the stone, but the door remained shut. They hung a beautiful bronze mirror and jewels of green jade on the branches of a sacred sakaki tree. Still, there was only silence. Finally, the goddess of mirth, Ame no Uzume, stepped forward. She did not bring a weapon or a plea. She brought a wooden tub, overturned it, and began to dance. Imagine the rhythm of her feet hitting the wood. Tap, tap, thump. Tap, tap, thump. It was a slow, steady, rhythmic beat. She danced with such joy, such wild abandon, that the thousands of gods began to laugh. Their laughter was a wave of sound that rippled through the darkness, a warm vibration that reached even the deepest corners of the cave. Inside the darkness, Amaterasu was startled. She thought, how can they be laughing when the world is in shadow? Curiosity, the first spark of returning light, flickered in her heart. She pushed the heavy stone door open, just a tiny crack. A single beam of gold sliced through the violet dark. Outside, the gods held up the bronze mirror. When Amaterasu saw her own reflection, she was so dazzled by the beauty and the light that she stepped out a little further. At that moment, the god of strength reached in and pulled the stone door open forever. The light flooded back into the universe. The shadows fled. The warmth returned to the soil. As you breathe in, imagine that golden light filling your own body. It starts at your toes and moves slowly up to your head. It is a soft, buttery light that melts away the coldness of the day. You are the cave, and the light is returning to you. You don't have to do anything to earn it. Like the gods outside the cave, you only have to invite the joy back in. The heavy stone door of your mind is closing now, not to hide, but to protect your rest. The rhythm of Uzume's dance is becoming the rhythm of your heart, slow, steady, calm. The sun is not gone, it is just resting behind the horizon of your dreams. You are warm. You are safe. The world is bright, and you are ready to fade into the golden glow of the divine reflection. Chapter 4. The Eight-Headed Serpent, Susanoo and the Sword of the Clouds. The sun has returned to the heavens, but the wild spirit of the storm, Susanoo, has been cast out of the celestial realms. He descends to the earthly land of Izumo, finding himself by the side of the Hi River. The air here is different from the high heavens. It is thick with the scent of damp moss, wet pine needles, and the heavy, sweet aroma of fermented rice. As you lie in your bed, imagine the sound of a gentle rain pattering against a bamboo roof. Drip, drop, drip. It is a constant cooling sound that washes away the heat of the day. Susanoo, once the cause of chaos, now finds a purpose for his strength. He encounters an elderly couple weeping by the river. They tell him of the Yamata no Orochi, a terrifying serpent with 8 heads and 8 tails, whose body is covered with moss and cedar trees, and whose belly is forever inflamed with blood. The serpent has taken 7 of their daughters, and now it comes for the last, the beautiful Kushinada Hime. But Susanoo does not meet this monster with rage. He meets it with a plan born of patience and stillness. He instructs the couple to brew a special sake, refined 8 times, and to fill 8 large vats. As the night deepens, the mist over the river becomes a thick white blanket. Imagine that mist filling your room now. It is soft and cool. It obscures the world, leaving only the present moment. The serpent arrives. The earth trembles with a low rhythmic vibration. Thrum, thrum, thrum. It is the sound of the beast moving through the mountains. Its 8 heads descend from the clouds, their eyes glowing like red lanterns in the fog. But the serpent is drawn to the scent of the sake. One by one, the 8 heads dip into the 8 vats. The beast drinks deeply of the heavy, intoxicating liquid. Listen to the sound of the serpent drinking. It is a slow, rhythmic lapping of water. Gradually, the red eyes begin to flicker and dim. The great heads become heavy. The serpent, overcome by the richness of the brew, falls into a deep, thunderous sleep. Its breath becomes a slow, rhythmic sigh that echoes through the valleys. Ha, shoo, ha, shoo. Susanoo steps forward. He draws his sword, and with the precision of a master, he defeats the sleeping beast. But as he cuts through the 4th tail, his blade strikes something hard and metallic. He reaches into the serpent's body and pulls out a magnificent sword, the Kusanagi no Tsurugi, the grass-cutting sword. Imagine this sword now. It is not a weapon of war, but a mirror of the clouds. It shimmers with a pale blue-white light, like moonlight on a frozen lake. As Susanoo holds it up, the rain stops. The mist begins to clear. The sword represents the cutting away of confusion. It is the clarity that comes after a long struggle. Susanoo builds a palace for his new bride in Izumo. As he builds the walls, he sees clouds rising over the land. He composes the first poem of Japan. 8-fold rising clouds, an 8-fold fence to hide my wife. Oh, that 8-fold fence. The 8-fold fence is around you now. It is a fence of clouds that keeps the world out. You are safe inside the palace of the storm god. The serpent of your worries has been put to sleep. The sword of clarity is resting by your side. The air is still. The rain has passed. You are sinking into the soft, mossy earth of Izumo. You are protected. You are home.
Chapter 5. The White Hair of Inaba, Okuninushi, and the Path of Compassion. We leave the mountains of the storm god and travel to the silver shores of Inaba. The air here is cool and carries the sharp, clean scent of sea salt and dried kelp. As you lie in your bed, imagine the sound of the ocean. It is a slow, pulsing rhythm. Shh, wash, shh, wash. The waves are not crashing. They are merely stroking the sand,
over and over, like a hand smoothing a blanket. In this land walks a young deity named Okuninushi. He is not a warrior with a sword, nor a king with a crown. He is the youngest of 80 brothers, and while his brothers are proud and loud, Okuninushi is quiet and kind. He walks far behind his brothers, carrying their heavy bags. As you breathe, feel the weight of your own heavy bags, the responsibilities of the day, resting on the floor. You don't have to carry them anymore. On the beach, the brothers find a small white hare, crying in pain. The hare had tried to trick the crocodiles of the sea to help him cross the water, but they had stripped him of his fur. The cruel brothers told the hare to bathe in the salt water and dry himself in the wind. The hare did as he was told, but the salt only made his skin crack and burn. When Okuninushi finally reaches the beach, he sees the hare trembling. He does not hurry. He kneels in the cool sand. His voice is a low, soothing murmur that matches the sound of the tide. He tells the hare to go to the mouth of the river, to wash in the fresh, sweet water, and then to roll in the pollen of the gama, the cattail plants. Imagine that river water now. It is clear and soft. Imagine the yellow pollen of the cattails. It is as light as dust, as soft as silk. As the hare rolls in the pollen, his fur begins to grow back, whiter and softer than before. This is the power of compassion, the soft power that heals the world. The hare, being a messenger of the kami, predicts that Okuninushi, the kindest of the brothers, will be the one to rule the land. And so it begins. Okuninushi becomes the great lord of the land. He does not rule by force, but by listening. He builds the great shrine of Izumo, a place where the spirits of the earth gather every year to decide the fate of our relationships and our peace. Imagine you are sitting with Okuninushi in the quiet halls of Izumo. The floor is made of smooth, dark wood. The walls are made of paper and cedar. There is no noise here. The great Lord is listening to your heart. He is telling you that kindness to yourself is the first step toward rest. You have washed away the salt of the day. You are wrapped in the soft, silken pollen of peace. The hare is sleeping in the grass nearby. The waves are becoming quieter. The beach is a vast, empty mirror reflecting the stars. You are the sand. You are the sea. You are the kindness that heals.
Chapter 6. The Palace of the Dragon God. Underwater Mysteries. We leave the sandy shores of Inaba and begin a slow, weightless descent into the blue heart of the ocean. We are entering the realm of Ryujin, the dragon god of the sea. As you lie in the stillness of your room, imagine the air becoming thicker, cooler, and infinitely more peaceful. You are no longer standing on the earth, you are floating. The pressure of the world is being replaced by the gentle, supportive embrace of the deep water. In the mythology of the sea, there were two brothers, Hoderi, the luck of the sea, and Hori, the luck of the mountains. One day they exchanged their gifts. Hori took his brother's sacred fishhook and went to the shore. But he was a creature of the forest, and the hook was lost in the dark, shifting currents. Heartbroken, he sat by the waves until a wise old man told him to build a small boat and sail to the Ryugu-jo, the dragon palace at the bottom of the sea. Imagine Hori's journey.
He does not drown, he simply breathes the water as if it were the finest silk. He sinks deeper and deeper past the kelp forests that wave like green banners in a slow-motion wind. Down, down, down. The blue of the water turns from a bright turquoise to a deep, royal indigo. All the noise of the surface, the wind, the sun, the voices of men fades away. There is only the low, rhythmic thrumming of the ocean's heart. Finally, the palace appears. It is built of branches of red coral that pulse with light, and walls of mother-of-pearl that shimmer like 1,000 rainbows. The gates are guarded by sea turtles and schools of silver fish that move as a single, silent mind. Hori is welcomed by the dragon god's daughter, the beautiful princess Otohime. Here, time does not move like it does on land. A day in the dragon palace is like a year in the world above. Imagine yourself in the halls of Ryujin. The floors are made of soft, white sand that never shifts. The light comes from giant glowing jellyfish that drift near the ceiling like lanterns. You are seated on a cushion of sea foam. There is no gravity here. Your limbs feel long and light. The tension in your spine is being pulled away by the water. You are becoming a creature of the deep. Ryujin, the dragon god, possesses two magical jewels: the Shio Mitsutama, which makes the tide rise, and the Shio Hirutama, which makes the tide ebb. He gives these jewels to Hori along with the lost fishhook. These jewels represent the rhythm of life, the coming and going, the breathing in and the breathing out. Listen to the rhythm of the tides. Inhale, the tide rises. Exhale, the tide recedes. The dragon god is the master of this movement. He tells you that there is a time for action and a time for rest, and tonight is the time for the ebb tide. The energy is flowing away from your mind and back into the great silent ocean of the soul. Hori stays in the palace for 3 years, but to him it feels like a single afternoon of perfect peace. When he eventually returns to the surface on the back of a giant turtle, he carries the silence of the deep within him. You carry that same silence now. The palace of the dragon god is always there, beneath the surface of your thoughts. The water is warm. The blue is dark. The palace lights are dimming one by one. You are drifting in the currents, safe in the kingdom of the dragon. There is no shore to reach. There is only the endless blue now.
Chapter 7. The Descent of the Heavenly Grandson. The Three Treasures. We have traveled from the depths of the dragon's palace, and now we rise, higher than the mountains, into the Takamagahara, the high plain of heaven. The air here is thin, pure, and vibrates with a golden resonance. As you lie in your bed, imagine you are resting upon a cloud. It is soft, supporting every inch of your body, as light as a dream and as vast as the sky. The sun goddess, Amaterasu, looks down upon the islands of Japan. She sees that the land is beautiful, but it needs a guardian, a leader who carries the light of heaven in their heart. She chooses her grandson, Ninigi no Mikoto, to descend and rule the earthly realm. But he does not go empty-handed. She gives him 3 sacred objects, the Sanshu no Jingi, the 3 sacred treasures. These are the anchors of the Japanese soul. First, she gives him the Yata no Kagami, the great bronze mirror. This is the same mirror that drew her out of the cave. It represents wisdom and honesty. Imagine the surface of this mirror. It is perfectly smooth, reflecting not just the face, but the soul. As you drift, imagine this mirror reflecting your mind. All the clutter, all the noise is smoothed away until your mind is as clear as a mountain lake. Second, she gives him the Yasakani no Magatama, the curved jewel. It is a deep forest green jade shaped like a kama or a seed. It represents benevolence and the spark of life. Imagine the weight of this jewel in your hand. It is cool and heavy, a physical piece of the earth's heart. It grounds you. It reminds you that you are a seed of the divine, planted in the soil of the world to grow in peace. Third, she gives him the Kusanagi no Tsurugi, the grass-cutting sword that Susanoo found in the serpent's tail. It represents valor and the power to protect. But tonight, it is a sword of stillness. It cuts the threads that tie you to your worries. One by one, the threads of tomorrow and the threads of yesterday are severed, leaving you free to float in the now. Ninigi begins his descent. He steps onto the Ameno Ukihashi, the floating bridge of heaven. But as he looks down, he sees that the path is blocked by a strange deity standing at the crossroads of heaven and earth. This is Sarutahiko, the god of the crossroads. He has a long nose and eyes that shine like mirrors. He is the guide. Imagine the meeting at the crossroads. There is no conflict. Sarutahiko bows and offers to lead the way. He shows us that when we set a pure intention, the universe provides a guide. You are at a crossroads now, the junction between waking and sleep. Sarutahiko is standing there, holding a staff of cedar, lighting the way into the mist. You can trust the path. Ninigi descends through 8 layers of clouds. Imagine the sensation of passing through mist. It is cool and damp against your skin. It muffles all sound. Whoosh, hush, whoosh. The world is becoming gray, then soft blue, then dark. Finally, he touches down on the peak of Mount Takichiho. The clouds part, and for the first time, the heavenly light reaches the soil through the person of the prince. The 3 treasures are now planted in the earth. The wisdom of the mirror is in the waters. The heart of the jewel is in the stones. The strength of the sword is in the trees. You are surrounded by these treasures. They are tucked into your pillow. They are woven into your blankets. You are a royal soul, resting after a long descent. The mountain is steady. The mist is thick. The journey from the stars to the earth is complete.
Chapter 8. Jimmu Tennu, the first emperor, and the Yatagarasu. The heavenly grandson has settled on the peaks, and generations have passed like the falling of autumn leaves. We now follow the path of Jimmu, the great-grandson of Ninigi, who is destined to become the first emperor of Japan. His journey is not one of easy conquest, but of endurance and spiritual guidance. As you lie in the quiet of your room, imagine you are part of his peaceful procession, moving through the untamed heart of the Japanese islands. The path is difficult.
The mountains of Yamato are steep, and the forests are so thick that the sun barely touches the mossy floor. Jimmu and his followers find themselves lost in a labyrinth of giant cedars and fog. The air is heavy and still, pressing against them. But Jimmu does not panic. He knows that when the earthly path is obscured, the heavens will provide a sign. Look up into the dark canopy of the trees. There, perched on a branch of a sacred pine, is the Yatagarasu, the three-legged crow. This is no ordinary bird. It is a messenger sent by the sun goddess herself. Its 3 legs represent the heavens, the earth, and humanity, joined together in perfect balance. As you breathe, feel that same balance within yourself. Your mind, your body, and your spirit are aligning, preparing for the long rest. The Yatagarasu takes flight. It does not flap its wings with effort. It glides through the forest like a shadow. Its feathers have a rhythmic, silken sound as they cut through the air. Swoosh, hush, swoosh. Jimmu follows the bird, and you follow Jimmu. The path beneath your feet is soft needles and ancient roots. Every step is muffled. Every sound is absorbed by the deep, green silence of the woods. As the crow leads the way, the fog begins to lift. The forest opens up into a wide, fertile valley, the land of Yamato. This is the heart of the world, a place of golden rice fields and winding rivers. Jimmu reaches the center of this valley and establishes his palace. He does not build it with walls of iron, but with the spirit of the sun. He becomes the bridge between the gods and the people. Imagine sitting by a small fire at the edge of this new palace. The Yatagarasu is perched nearby, its golden eyes watching over the camp. The fire crackles softly, sending sparks up toward the stars. The 3-legged crow reminds us that we are never truly lost. Even in the deepest forest of our thoughts, there is always a guide, a light that knows the way home. The journey of Jimmu is the journey of the soul finding its place in the world. You have found your place tonight. Your Yamato is this bed, this room, this moment of absolute safety. The crow has folded its wings. The fire is burning low, turning into glowing embers. The forest is standing guard around you. The first emperor has found his throne, and you have found your peace. The land is quiet. The mountains are sleeping. The Yatagarasu closes its eyes, and as it does, the world fades into a deep, protective black.
Chapter 9. The Spirits of the Forest, Kodama, Tanuki, and the Hidden Kami. We leave the halls of the emperor and step back into the wild emerald heart of the landscape. We are entering the realm of the Yaoyorozu no Kami, the 8 million spirits. In Japan, the divine is not distant. It is tucked into the moss, hidden in the hollows of trees, and riding on the back of the wind. As you lie in your bed, imagine that your room is expanding into an ancient sacred grove. The air is cool and smells of wet bark, pine resin, and the sweet, heavy scent of damp ferns. Listen to the forest. It is not silent, but its sounds are a lullaby. From the high branches of the cedar trees, you hear a faint rhythmic clicking. Click, clack, click. These are the Kodama, the spirits of the trees. They look like small, pale figures with large, dark eyes, and they vibrate with the life of the wood. When a tree is ancient and wise, a Kodama is born within it.
Imagine these tiny spirits bobbing their heads in time with your breathing. As they move, they release a soft white glow that settles over you like a dusting of snow. The Kodama are the memory of the forest. They have seen 1,000 winters and 1,000 springs. They are telling you that you don't need to hold on to the events of today. Like the trees, you can simply stand still and let the seasons pass over you. Your roots go deep into the earth. Your branches reach for the stars. You are part of the forest's long, slow dream. Down among the roots, in the shadows of the ferns, other spirits are stirring. You might see a tanuki, the mischievous shapeshifter. Tonight, the tanuki is not playing tricks. He is sitting quietly, his round belly rising and falling in a steady rhythm. He represents the abundance of the earth and the joy of a full heart. He reminds you that it is okay to be soft. It is okay to be still. He is a guardian of the forest floor, ensuring that every creature has a warm place to rest. And then there are the Sudama, the spirits of the mountain paths and the stones. They are the weight of the rocks and the coolness of the caves. Feel the weight of these stone spirits in your own limbs. Your legs feel as heavy as ancient boulders. Your arms feel like the sturdy branches of an oak. You are becoming a part of the landscape. You are not a visitor here. You are the forest itself. In the mythology of the kami, every object has a spirit. The blanket covering you has a spirit of warmth. The pillow beneath your head has a spirit of softness. These hidden kami are all working together to create a sanctuary for you. They are whispering to one another in a language of rustling leaves and bubbling brooks. They are saying, "Rest now. We will watch the night. We will guard the shadows." Imagine a small, clear stream winding through the trees near your bed. The water is flowing over smooth, round stones. Burble, splash, hiss. The sound is constant and unchanging. It washes away the hard edges of your thoughts, turning them into soft, water-worn pebbles. You are sinking into the moss. The moss is thick, green, and incredibly soft. It cushions your body, absorbing every tension. The Kodama are becoming still. Their glowing heads stop bobbing as they merge back into the trunks of the trees. The tanuki has curled into a ball and fallen asleep among the roots. The forest is closing its eyes. The 8 million spirits are drawing a curtain of green and silver around you. You are hidden. You are safe. You are one with the whispering kami.
Chapter 10. The Fox and the Harvest. Inari and the Sacred Rice. We leave the deep, dark shadows of the forest and emerge into a landscape of brilliant gold. We have entered the realm of Inari Okami, the deity of the harvest, of prosperity, and of the sacred rice that sustains all life. As you lie in your bed, imagine the air warming once again. It is a dry, sweet warmth, smelling of sun-toasted straw and roasted grain. You are standing at the edge of an infinite field of rice, the heavy heads of the plants bowing low under the weight of their own abundance. Inari is a unique kami, appearing sometimes as an old man carrying rice, sometimes as a beautiful woman, and often represented by the Kitsune, the sacred white foxes. These foxes are the messengers of the divine. Imagine 2 of these foxes standing before you now. Their fur is as white as new snow, and their movements are silent and fluid. They are not creatures of chaos, but of protection. Listen to the wind moving through the rice fields. Swoosh, hush, swoosh, hush. It is a dry, rhythmic rustle, like the sound of silk sliding over silk. This is the sound of prosperity. It tells you that there is enough. You have done enough today. You have gathered your harvest of experiences, and now it is time to store them away in the granary of your mind. The path before you is lined with hundreds of bright red torii gates. Each gate represents a prayer offered in gratitude. As you walk through these gates in your mind, imagine yourself leaving behind the world of wanting. With every gate you pass through, you shed a desire. Gate 1, let go of the need for more. Gate 2, let go of the fear of less. Gate 3, find the center of enough. The Kitsune lead you up the hill toward the shrine. Their tails brush against the golden stalks, creating a faint hypnotic clicking. They are leading you to the heart of the harvest, the sacred rice. In Japan, rice is more than food. It is a gift from the sun, a physical form of the light of Amaterasu. Imagine holding a single grain of rice. It is small, hard, and contains the potential for an entire field. You are that grain. You contain the potential for an entire universe of dreams. As the sun begins to set, the golden fields turn into a deep glowing orange, then a soft purple. The white foxes sit at the entrance of the shrine, their tails curled around their paws. They are the guardians of your inner harvest. They ensure that your energy is not wasted, that your peace is not stolen. They watch the horizon with unblinking eyes, ensuring that the night remains a time of growth and restoration. Inari is the spirit of the daily bread. He reminds us that the divine is found in the simple things, the grain, the water, the fire. Feel the gratitude for your bed, for the roof over your head, and for the air in your lungs. This gratitude is a warm weight in your chest. It is a heavy golden coin that sinks you deeper into the mattress. The wind in the rice has died down. The red gates are turning black against the starlit sky. The white foxes have become silent statues of stone, watching over your sleep. The harvest is over. The work is finished. The granary is full. You are resting in the abundance of the kami.
We leave the golden fields of the harvest and begin our final ascent. We are rising past the mountain peaks, past the clouds, and into the infinite indigo of the night sky. We have entered the realm of Tanabata, the star festival. This is the story of Orihime, the weaver princess, and Hikoboshi, the cowherd. As you lie in your bed, imagine your ceiling has vanished, replaced by the vast, sparkling canopy of the universe. The air is no longer warm, it is cool, thin, and smells of the high atmosphere and starlight. Orihime, the daughter of the Sky King, spent her days weaving beautiful garments for the gods by the banks of the Amanagawa, the heavenly river of stars. Imagine the sound of her loom in the silence of space. Slide, click, slide. It is a rhythmic, celestial pulse. Hikoboshi, on the other side of the river, tended to the heavenly cattle. They fell in love, a love so deep that they forgot their duties. The loom grew silent, and the cattle wandered. In his anger, the Sky King separated them,
placing them on opposite sides of the vast river of stars. They were forbidden to meet except for one night a year, the 7th night of the 7th month. But even then, there was no bridge across the rushing torrent of the Milky Way. As you breathe, imagine the vastness of that river. It is not made of water, but of billions of suns, a glowing mist of light that stretches from one end of your mind to the other. Feel the distance between the two lovers. It is the same distance we often feel between ourselves and our peace. But on this night, a miracle happens. Thousands of magpies fly up from the earth, linking their wings together to form a living bridge across the stars. Imagine the sound of 10,000 wings beating in unison. It is a soft, fluttering whir, like the sound of a fan in a quiet room. Flutter, flutter, hush. It is a sound that creates a path through the chaos. You are walking on that bridge of wings. Beneath you, the galaxy swirls in a slow, hypnotic spiral of violet and gold. Above you, the void is deep and welcoming. This bridge is called the Bridge of Dreams. It represents the connection between the waking world and the world of sleep. As you walk across it, you are leaving behind the shore of doing and moving toward the shore of being. Hikoboshi and Orihime have found each other in the center of the bridge. Their reunion is not loud or frantic. It is a silent, blowing embrace that fills the entire sky with light. You are witnessing the union of the soul. All the parts of yourself that felt scattered, your thoughts, your plans, your memories, are coming together. They are crossing the bridge. They are finding their home in the center of the stars. The magpies are very still now. Their wings are a soft, feathered floor. The stars are beginning to pulse more slowly. The light of the Milky Way is fading from a bright silver to a dim, dusty charcoal. The weaver has finished her garment. It is a cloak of night, and she is draping it over your shoulders. It is light as a cobweb, but warm as a fire. The cowherd has led his cattle into the celestial fold. The river of stars is becoming a quiet stream. The Bridge of Dreams is slowly dissolving, feather by feather, into the darkness. You are not falling, you are drifting. You are a star, floating in the center of the high plane of heaven. You are exactly where you are meant to be.
Chapter 12. The Great Silence. The Return to the Infinite Void. The Bridge of Dreams has vanished. The stars of the weaver and the cowherd have dimmed into the distance. We have traveled through the creation of the islands, the descent into the shadows, the return of the sun, and the hidden life of the forest. Now the cycle of the kami comes to its natural conclusion. We are returning to the beginning, the ku, the void. In Japanese thought, there is a concept called ma. It is the space between the notes of a song. It is the silence between words. It is the emptiness that makes a room useful. As you lie here, perfectly still, imagine yourself becoming that space. You are not the body. You are the space the body rests in. You are not the thought. You are the silence that the thought arises from. The world of form is drifting away. The red torii gates, the golden rice fields, the misty mountains, they are all folding back into the primordial mist. Imagine a great soft brush painting over the world with a wash of ink, stroke by stroke, until everything is a single, beautiful shade of midnight. This is the ultimate misogi, the final purification, where all stories, all names, and all identities are washed away. The first kami were born from this silence, and to this silence they eventually return. Feel the weight of the universe settling into a state of total rest. There is no wind in the bamboo. There is no ripple on the sea. The great sun goddess has closed her eyes, and the world is content to be in the dark. Your breath is now just a faint echo, a tiny ripple in the vast ocean of the void. In and out, existence and rest. You are sinking through the layers of the mind, past the dreams, past the memories, into the deep, dark well of the soul. It is a place of absolute safety. It is a place where nothing is expected of you. You don't have to be anyone. You are simply a spark of consciousness returning to the fire. The 8 million kami are now one. The many have become the none. You are floating in the womb of the cosmos, cradled by the same energy that stirred the oceans at the dawn of time. The warmth you feel is the warmth of the original creation. The silence you hear is the music of the infinite. The journey is complete. The islands are at rest. The stars are asleep. The void is your home. Sleep now, in the silence of the Ma, in the heart of the Kami, in the peace of the void. Oyasumi nasai. Rest well.